when I take these handcuffs off of you, turn around and start swinging. And he'll just sit, you know, they're just standing there like, what? I'm like, turn around and start swinging, because I'm going to swing at you. It's going to be me and you. You ain't with your friends. I don't got a bunch of COs with me. It's just me and you. Whatever happens here, this is where it happens. This is where we leave it.
And there's no cameras?
No, not once you go into the shower area, there's no cameras in the shower.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then in Georgia at that time, there was probably one camera in the whole dorm that would just see like how it was at Rogers. When you walk into the dorm, it's a room right here in the middle. Like they called it the day room. Mm-hmm. And then it was split hallways. There was no cameras facing down them hallways. And down them hallways would be 2 bedrooms. Like a room on this side, a room on that side with like 16 people in each room, you know, down the hallways. So once you get into the shower area, there's no cameras facing the showers, you know, unless it's a search situation and you got to have a camera.
Right.
So I would just be like, turn around and start swinging. 9 times out of 10, when I took the cuffs off and they spun around, they wouldn't swing. But I still, at the time, I'm in my early 20s, I feel disrespected.
Right.
So I'm going to disrespect you now. And then hopefully we could get an understanding out of that. Again, not thinking like, damn, I'm really abusing people because they scared to hit me anyway because they're going to, you know, they might catch a charge.
Right.
I didn't look at it like that. I wouldn't have told on them. That wasn't my thing.
I had a home surveillance system that captivated Hogan, my wife. She could tell that Terry was bummed out. She was hot as I mean, she really was. I mean, Hogan will always be like, God damn, your wife is just absolutely hot. And I'd be like, I know, she's hot as you know. So, and so me and Hogan were driving home from the dollhouse one day, and you know, it was like a Friday night, and the kids happened to be gone with their respective other parents. And I was in my Jaguar and I was driving with Hogan, and I had her on speakerphone, and you know, she was just like, "Do you want me to have something sexy on when you guys get home?" And I'm like, "Yeah, have some sexy shit on, you know, whatever." And we pull in, and Heather's got this little nightie on, and I literally just said, go and have fun, go f her and have fun. And so I actually went into my office. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Bubba went into his office and watched it and jacked off." No, I actually, it's embarrassingly enough, but my kid was driving go-karts and quarter midgets at the time. He was 5 or 6. And I was on TRS Racing looking at titanium axles to buy for my son while Terry was in there blasting a girl. That's what I was really doing.
Right.
Like, so
Terry's Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Right.
So that's how it happened.
If you're in a neighborhood of white people and the cops are chasing you, they're going to help. If you're in a black neighborhood, they're going to help you. I'm looking, there's a black Crown Victoria with the cop light, cop wheels, tinted windows. It doesn't look like one that somebody bought, you know, how you can buy them from the auction. Yeah. It looks legitimate. I'm like, damn, I just jumped right in the frying pan. Where am I going to go? But then there's a black dude walking with dreads to go get in the car.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I'm saved. Right. I ran up on the dude that was getting in the car, like scared him. Right. He's like, hey, wait. I'm like, bro, give me a ride. Cops are chasing me. He's like, get in. I swear. God. Buddy's like, get in. He had a big fountain drink in the passenger floorboard. When I got in, I kicked his drink over. He's like, don't even worry about it. Okay. He's like, where you want to go? I'm like, bro, I don't care. Just drive. Get me out of here. Dude, when we pull out on that main road, there is cops everywhere. They're in the median. They're like driving down the wrong way on the road. Right. And we just blend right in.
Right.
Because we're in this black Crown Vic. So he takes me to the main bus station in, City Bus, the main bus terminal downtown in Jacksonville. And there was a cop there. Like there's always a cop there. They come there in their car and then they get out and walk around patrolling. Right. I'm like, let me out by the cop car. You know, they never expect you to do shit right in front of them. Right. So I get out of there and go sit on I see the cop. You know, he's not part of that chase.
Yeah, he doesn't
have any idea what's going on. So I sit on the bus bench and then wait on the bus. Man, I got to get out of here. I got to go to Mexico.
So I pay the fine. I get out. I call my attorney. And he said, if your fingerprints are on that bag, I don't care what you tell them, but you better make it look like you're cooperating and lie. So I agree to go meet with them. And I'm geeked up when I go in there, and I'm sitting in there with the DEA. And in my stupid mind, because I'm not from a criminal family, no one in my family were criminals. Dustin was from criminals. His dad had been in prison. His uncle had been in prison. His dad was the first one to bring meth to Rome, Georgia. So they really wanted him. And they said that in our talk. They were like, first of all, anything that you say we cannot use against you. You are not being recorded. You are not being detained. This is just a conversation. So they say, we know that dope was Dustin's, and we want you to wear a wire on Dustin so that we can get Dustin, because we want Dustin, basically. And
Dustin's got to go.
And I say, in my ignorance of trying to protect Dustin, we're trying to get our lives together, and Dustin has been doing good, and I have sold more dope than Dustin Lindsay's ever sold.
Oh, that's a mistake. That was a bad thing.
I didn't realize at the time it was a mistake, because in my mind, I'm thinking, they don't want me, they want him. So as long as I can protect him, they're not going to come after me, because what are they going to gain from coming after me? Nothing. And they got to catch me.
I was trying to cash a check for $29,000. I actually went to a cash transaction bank. I tried to get them to give me 29 grand. They questioned me, and they were like, well, what do you need the cash for? Why don't you deposit in your own bank account? I'm like, because my bank's in Florida and it'll take 10 days for it to go through. Like, it's good. The check is good, right? The cashier's check. Yeah, it's good. But why do you need it? I was like, well, I cash people's checks. Like, I work for a labor company, and we have laborers, and typically they get charged 10% to cash their checks. But I know the checks are good because it's with my company. So I just cash them. And they're like, oh, okay. He keeps coming back. He knows something's wrong. So at some point he's in the back and my phone rings and I don't recognize the number. I answer it. I go, hello. And the person goes, hi, this is Kimberly from SunTrust Bank. Is this Michael Eckert? And I'm sitting there as Scott Cugno trying to cash a check. And I go, yes, this is. She's behind like a glass somewhere. And I'm sitting in the guy's like little cubicle. Hi, we have someone here trying to cash a check. And I was just wondering if you could verify the check. I said, oh yeah, that would be Scott Cugno. Okay, so it's good. I said, yeah, absolutely. By all means, you can cash it. And she goes, okay, thank you. I said, hey, by the way, how did you get my number? The check had originally been cut from a check from a title company we bank with. So we called the title company and they gave us your phone number. I hope that's okay. Absolutely no problem. You're just curious. Hang up the phone. The manager walks out with a woman that I'm assuming was Kimberly. She never said anything. They sat down and he counted out the money. And I remember I stood up and I'm shoving the money in my pockets. And he says, Mr. Cugno, I want to mention that I feel very apprehensive about this transaction. I go, really? What is it exactly? I can't put my finger on it. I go, it'll come to you. And I just walk off.
What people don't necessarily understand about cartels is they group together in order to control certain key assets. In Sinaloa, they wanted control of Jalisco because Guadalajara is not only a major metropolitan area, but more importantly, it's the money laundering capital of the world. Well, you need access to those money launderers. Once you go outside of the city, literally there are fields. You've got trailers parked underground, buried in the desert, filled with cash. You get $1 billion to $2 billion a month coming into Guadalajara in cash. Well, there's an entire infrastructure designed just to surface that capital. Well, that can't be replicated. So that's a tremendous asset you want to control. Next to Jalisco, you got the state of Colima. Colima's got the largest port. Critical. Not only could you bring material in from Colombia, but more importantly, later on, as they start moving into manufacturing their own product, they need to get the precursors in from China. So Colima's got a port. Michoacan's got a port. Those are the two biggest ports on the West Coast. Fight for control of the ports. Fight for control of the border crossings. Other key assets are key corrupted political officials. After Guzman gets knocked off, Mayo Zambada steps up, really assumes control operationally for the cartel. Well, he's in a business relationship with a man named Armando Valencia and another man named Amado Carrillo. Well, from 1993 to 1997, these men put together an operation resulting in the importation of 30 tons a month. Just those three organizations. It was, the most secure importation operation in the history of the world. And it was secured because they had control of the generals, one of which had responsibility for maintaining the integrity of Mexican airspace.
At a Jimmy Buffett concert and get in another altercation. Not a fight, but I'm in a golf cart and the cop pulls me over in a golf cart and I try to run. Dog, they sick the dog on me. I fight a German Shepherd off. They tasers in me. I'm pulling tasers out. They get tackled. Long story short, it turns into snowball shit, right? I'm all tatted up, blasted, running. There's hundreds of people watching this go down, mind you, at a Jimmy Buffett concert out in the parking lot. Once I got in the back of the cop car, I was like, I'm f***ed, right? I knew I was like nailing the coffin. There was no coming back from this.